What's up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Since today is the birthday of probably one of my favorite horror directors of all time, Wes Craven, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Wes Craven movies. Man, when Wes Craven passed away, I sort of had a little tears in my eyes. Because like Wes Craven, he was the master of horror. He directed some really high profile horror flicks. I mean, he's really the reason why I'm a fan of horror. Like if I was a director or whatnot, he'll be the reason why I'll actually go ahead and decide to do horror movies because he's just like the suspenseful of it all. I mean, the guy's just I thought he was magnificent and. Man, he tragically passed away way too soon. I mean, God, like, what a amazing film director. So, to celebrate his life, I'm going to go ahead and do my 10 favorite Wes Craven movies. Okay, coming in. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, coming in at number 10 is going to be a film called Red Eye. Now, the film's about this hotel manager named Lisa Resort, played by Rachel McAdams, who's pretty much who's in it. Lisa's grandmother passed away, so she's like going to fly home to for a funeral, and on the plane she meets this charming fella named Jackson Ripner, played by Cillian Murphy, at a check-in, and she thinks she's pretty much in luck that she might have actually also found a guy as well. But it turns out that he's pretty much more sinister, and he's kind of not that great of a guy. Like, he's a real creepazoid. And I really like Red Eyes. I thought it was a really cool, fun thriller. It was like a cat and mouse game. Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy, I thought were both awesome in this film. I mean, if you guys never seen Red Eye, I think it's probably one of Rachel McAdams' I think it's one of Wes Craven's most underappreciated films. It's a really decent one, and I mean, he also had Brian Cox was also in this as Lisa's father-in-law, and pretty much Jackson also ends up like kidnapping him as well. So it's like a kidnap film too. I mean, it's a really good one. Definitely go check out Red Eyes. I mean, the whole film takes place on an airplane, and it's a really good one. Coming in at number 9 is going to The People Under the Stairs. Now, it's where this young fella, played by Brandon Adams, decides to breaks into the home of his, family's greeting and uncaring landlords. So he ends up discovering like a disturbing scenario where like adult siblings have like mutilated a number of boys and kept them like in prison. And so he attempts to flee before the psychopaths can catch up to him. And so he ends up meeting the daughter named Alice, played by AJ Langer. And so him and Alice are trying to escape before pretty much before it ends up being too late, and they end up getting killed and all. So they're trying to fight for their lives. I mean, People Under the Stairs, it's another underrated Wes Craven movie. This movie is creepy. It is also based on a book. The film also got released in the 90s, and kind of weird, I'll be down to see another one. I think, because I thought People Under the Stairs was a really creepy and interesting horror film. And yeah, if you guys never seen The People Under the Stairs yet, do yourself a favor, watch it. You'll like it. Alright, now coming in at number 8 is another very underrated gem, and that is going to My Soldier Take. Now, the film is pretty much about this, like the legends of a serial killer who comes back to kill like the 7 children who were born on the night he supposedly died. And so, like, 60 years later, um, one of the kids, Bug, played by Max Turot from Bates Motel fame, trying to protect himself and his family and friends and all. And pretty much the killer's like slaughtering lots of his friends, and it's a really good one. Like I believe Frank Grillo was also in this. I really like Frank Grillo here.
You're killing it this year.
And it's really underrated. I mean, the movie did not even get well received when it got released. I believe it only got like a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, which this movie should have been higher because I think it's an underrated horror film, period. Not just underrated Wes Craven film, it's an underrated horror flick. And I really got kicked out of it. I mean, it's not great. It's not like one of the best horror movies or slasher movies of all time. But I still quite enjoy it. And I saw it in theaters when it got released. And believe it or not, I saw this movie in 3D. Like, when they released this film, they actually ended up releasing it in 3D. So I found that pretty cool there, too. But, yeah, my social take is really good. Like, the killer was cool here. It had some really cool, interesting kills. I mean, a really good gem, man. If you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely check that one out. All right, coming in at number 7 is going to be Scream 2. Now, I'm pretty much adding all the Scream movies in this list. So, spoiler, all the Scream films are in this list. And, like, the film actually opens up, like, in Scream 2, spoiler for a movie that got released in the 90s, but in Scream 2, the first people to get slaughtered was Jada Pinkett Smith and Omar Epps. It was kind of interesting to see Omar Epps in this, because he was, of course, in Juice and a few other stuff around, like Love and Basketball and all. It was cool seeing him, like, in a horror flick, and, I mean, his kill was crazy. Like, his character goes through, like, a bathroom wall, and the knife, like, goes right through the wall and to him. I mean, that kill was insane. And, like, this movie, of course, picks up where, like, the first Scream left off. And this time around, Sidney Prescott, played by Neve Campbell, is a tabloid reporter. Oh, no, she's not a tabloid reporter. My bad. Gail Weathers, played by Courtney Cox, is a tabloid reporter. My bad about that. And they, of course, ends up surviving the events of the first Scream. And so, like, when, like, 2 college students end up being murdered at a sneak preview of Stab, which, of course, they were Omar Epps and Jada Pinkett Smith, it pretty much is clear that there's a copycat on the loose. And so, like, both of them and other survivor, Deputy Dewey, played by David Arquette, and Randy, played by Jamie Kennedy, has to find out, like, who's behind the killing spree and all. I mean, Scream 2 is... I really love Scream 2. I thought it wasn't as good as the first film, obviously, but I still quite enjoy it. I mean, Neve Campbell, once again, was cool. The twist at the end of who the killer was, I remember seeing this. I literally did not expect that. You also had Sarah Michelle Gellar in this. Really liked her kill scene. Yeah, Scream 2 it's a pretty good one. Like I believe Dwayne Martin was also in this too, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, think about Scream is those are seriously some horror films with arguably some of the best casts you've seen, and Scream 2 is no exception. Like, you also had Liev Schreiber had popped up in this. I think Patrick Warburton was also in this too. It wasn't in part 3. To be honest, all the Scream sequels, all like, it's a little confusing which is which sometimes. But Scream 2, I really quite enjoy, and I really liked how they how this time around they developed the relationship between Gail and Dewey. Because if you guys remember, Courtney Cox and David Arquette were married like I believe they met on the set of this movie, or maybe could have been friends or whatever. But I really like their chemistry together, and yeah, Scream 2 is awesome. Sorry about that, guys. Guess someone's behind me. Anyway, coming in at number 6 is going to be from Scream 2 to Scream 3. Scream 3 is awesome. I mean, really all the Scream movies are awesome in my opinion. It's where like this, Hollywood execs are trying to create like a pretty much like a are trying to direct a stab 3, and the Ghostface killer is killing people, like it's killing the crew and all. Like Jenny McCartney had a really interesting kill scene, which it's funny because Jenny McCartney was also in Scary Movie 3. I find that pretty funny. But anyway, yeah, Scream 3 is I really dug this movie. I mean, it's probably Scream 3 and Scream 2 are a bit stepped down from the Scream franchise, but I still quite enjoy Scream 3. It has some. It also has some pretty cool kills. Like you had Parker Posey actually was in this too. It was pretty cool to see her in a horror film like this. Some of the other cast was cool. I mean, Patrick, Liev Schreiber, and pretty much met his fate in this one. Spoiler, by the way. Yeah, Scream 3 is another good one. I mean, Ghostface for life, people. Probably one of the best horror masks out there. Okay, coming in at number 5 is going to Scream 4. Now Scream 4 got released in 2011. I mean, it was pretty cool because Scream 4 came out like years after Scream 3, because like it pretty much came out like 11 years after Scream 3. I'm not joking. I literally saw a Scream 4 not once. I literally saw it 4 times in theaters. And I really quite enjoy Scream 4. It's probably out of all the sequels, Scream 4 is definitely my favorite. Like, it had a really cool twist very at the end, which you literally did not see coming. That's something about these Scream movies. Like, the twists at the end, you literally barely see coming. And, of course, this time around you have Emma Roberts as Cindy's niece. You had Hayden Panettiere in this. Anthony Anderson was cool in this. You also had Adam Brody. I mean, Lucy Hale was in this. I mean, not to mention Kristen Bell. Such an awesome film. It also had some really cool kills. Ghostface was once again pretty awesome. I mean, Ghostface is cool because it could be anyone. Like, anybody could be in that Ghostface costume. That's why he's a really cool killer. And I think this had probably one of the most gruesome kill scenes throughout the whole franchise. It was when, spoiler, but it was when, the Ghostface was killing one of the girl's friends, and you could see, like, her intestines are around, and that's probably the most gruesome scene out of the Scream franchise. And it's still a really good one. I really quite love Scream 4, and still holding my hopes for another Scream 5, but hey, the VH1 Scream did pretty well, so. Coming in at number 4 is going to be The Last House on the Left. Now, it's about these teens named Mary, played by Sandra Cassel, and Phyllis, played by Lucy Grenham, who decides to head out for a concert, and so, afterwards, they are trying to look for, drugs and all, but instead they end up finding, a gang of escaped convicts who pretty much subject them to a night of torture, rape, and then the gang end up, killing the girls in the woods, and they pretty much play like a game of cat and mouse with these people. I mean, it is a torturous film. I mean, they actually remade Last House on the Left, a couple years back. I believe 2009, if I'm not mistaken. The remake was actually pretty good. Yeah, I quite enjoy the remake, but the original is great. I mean, Wes Craven, I thought he did a pretty fine job with this film. The other cast was good. I mean, this movie got released in like the '70s, and I thought it was really good. It was gory. It's very torturous. I mean, they really torture lots of these. Like, there's lots of torturing going on in this film. I mean, the people in this movie are nuts, and when I mean nuts, I mean nuts, nuts. And I still really quite enjoy it. I mean, if you guys never seen the original Last House on the Left, do yourself a favor, watch it. There's intense moments. I'm not gonna lie, there's intense moments, but it's still a really good one. All right, coming in at number three is going to the original Hills Have Eyes. Now, this is of course where like a family are going to California, so they end up going. They end up accidentally go to a air testing range close to the public, and so like they end up crash landing on a desert, and they are also being stalked by these cannibals all around that's doing some gruesome killings. It's gruesome. I mean, this movie has cannibals in it. Like, I mean, cannibals. I mean, it's not as gruesome as Green Inferno. I mean, Green Inferno was a sickening one, but it still had lots of people like these cannibals eating other people. I mean, they're pretty much all in like a hill and all like, and they also remade this a couple years back that was directed by Alexandria Ija, which I thought the remake was pretty good too. But the original was good. I mean, I really quite enjoyed the original. And if you guys never seen the original Hills Have Eyes, it's another good cannibal movie worth checking out. All right, number two is going to be the original Scream. I mean, Scream is arguably my favorite slasher movie there is. Well, probably one of them. I mean, but Scream, I mean, it's pretty much if you want to look at it, it's like a parody of slasher films. You know, it kind of talks about the rules of slashers and stuff like that. I mean, you got Nave Campbell as Cindy Prescott, whose her mother ends up dying, and so from a killer, and so like on the anniversary of her death, the killer there's like a killer that's going around killing people, and the killer's after her and all that. Her boyfriend is played by Skeet Ulrich. You also had Courtney Cox, Dave Arquette, Matthew Lillard as of course Stu, not to mention. You also had Jamie Kennedy was great in this. I mean, Jamie Kennedy as Randy is a scene stealer. I love Jamie Kennedy in this film. Sadly, I should say his career hasn't really worked out well after Son of the Mask. But hey, anyway, if you guys never seen the original Scream, or four Screams, I really love. They're just really fun slasher movies, and they're entertaining. I mean, they're no Shakespeare, nothing like that, but I still really quite enjoy them, and definitely go check out the Scream franchise if you guys haven't seen any of them. All right, the best Wes Craven movie of all time, in my opinion, is it's a no-brainer. It's A Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, probably Scream. I probably could have added as his best, but Nightmare on Elm Street is the core story of this film. I mean, you've got Freddy Krueger, one of the Freddy Krueger is arguably one of the creepiest killers there is. I mean, Freddy Krueger is, he ends up killing people in their dreams. What? I mean, you've got Robert Englund, who probably gives an awesome performance. I mean, I just love Robert Englund as. I just love Robert Englund as a Freddy Krueger. You had a very young Johnny Depp in this. Heather Langenkamp. I mean, she plays the lead girl Nancy in this. I thought she was great. Yeah, I mean, come on. Freddy also has razor sharp floors and all. I mean, Freddy's not like, Freddy is with Freddy. If Freddy's around, you do not want to go sleep while Freddy's around because, I mean, Freddy would just straight up kill you in your sleep. And believe it or not, fun fact, the character of Freddy Krueger is actually based off a guy that actually bullied Wes Craven when he was a kid. There's a little fun fact for you there, which I found should be fascinating right there. I mean, doing a movie where where a character is based on someone who bullied you in high school, how awesome is that? That's pretty cool right there. And of course, he didn't really return to the other franchise until New Nightmare in the 90s. But I mean, yeah, I just really quite love Nightmare on Elm Street. It's definitely one of my favorite horror films there is, and it's a classic. It's iconic. People today still knows who Freddy is, and yeah, if you guys never seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street, it got released in 1984. The movie still holds up. It's a really great one. But that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Red Eye. 9, The People Under the Stairs. 8, My Soldier Take. 7, Scream 2. 6, Scream 3. 5, Scream 4. 4, The Last House on the Left. 3, The Hills Have Eyes. 2, Scream. 1, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, Wes Craven has directed lots of other great movies over the years. Like, he also did this Meryl Streep movie called Music of the Heart, which is a weird movie for him because he's more of like a... Because, I mean, Music of the Heart, starring Meryl Streep, it's a weird movie. Like, when you watch it, you would not expect that that's a Wes Craven film, but it really is. I always found that odd that he directed a film like that. But, hey, he directed the film version of Swamp Thing. He did Vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy, Curse with Christina Ricci, Shocker. He did Deadly Friend. He did Hills Have Eyes Part 2. I mean, Wes Craven, that guy was the man, and tragically gone way too soon. I mean, he sadly passed away. I can't remember how old he was when he passed away, though. I think it was probably in the 70s when he passed. But man, I miss that guy. Anyway, let me leave you guys. What are some of your favorite Wes Craven movies? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is T Movies. Signing off, and rest in peace and happy birthday, Wes Craven.